Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello everyone. Welcome to channel 15 of Swayam Prabha. The title of the course is Human Resource Management and the lecture title is Human Resource Planning. I am Dr. Shoma Sengupta, Associate Professor Commerce, Kamla Nehru College, University of Delhi. Now, this is Module 4, Lecture 3 of Human Resource Planning. The topics covered in this module are levels of human resource planning, problem of human resource planning, guidelines for effective human resource planning. Levels of human resource planning. The first level or the highest level is the national level. Now, national level, it is done by the central government. They estimate the demand and supply of workforce for the country as a whole. And also for the population planning purposes, planning educational facilities, health centers, and different types of developmental activities for different type of people, that is done at national level. Then comes the sectoral level. As the name suggests, it is for different sectors like agriculture, industrial sector. So this is for different sectors and it is done either by the central government or by the state government. Then comes the next level and that is the industry level. Now industry, that is the specific industry like textile, cement, iron and steel, etc. So here decisions are taken for different sectors or different specific industry. Now for that purposes, the consortium of that industry, they may take such decisions or do human resource planning, as well as the concerned ministry of that industry, they can also help in human resource planning or undertake human resource planning. Then comes the unit level or the organizational level. Now at organizational level, overall for the overall organization, human resource planning is done. Beside that, at department wise, human resource planning is also done. So these are the different levels of human resource planning. The next heading is problems of human resource planning. As is the case with any type of planning, a human resource planning also faces some drawbacks or some problems. First is inaccuracy. Whenever you are planning for future on the basis of the information available at present, then it might be possible that your plans may go hayway because of inaccuracy of information. The future is not 100% predictable, so the all information available can't be 100% accurate. So that is one of the problem of human resource planning. Then it is time consuming. The whole process takes a lot of time and of course it becomes expensive. So you have to do a kind of a cost benefit analysis while implementing a human resource planning process in the organization, because the benefit should be more than the cost or the time consumed. So that is, you have to do a kind of a trade-off. Then lack of top management support. Sometimes top management thinks that the HR department has nothing else to do, and so they indulge in such type of futile exercise of human resource planning. So if the top management is not visionary and does not give support to human resource planning, then it is of no use, because that cannot be implemented in the organization. So lack of top management support also mars the human resource plans. Then uncertainties, as we have said, that inaccurate information, likewise uncertainties are there. You never know what will happen in near future. Nobody has ever thought of such a pandemic like COVID-19 situation, which is affecting the trade and economy of each and every country throughout the world. So uncertainties are there. There may be calamities, there may be changes in the market situation, and that will have impact on your human resource plans also. Then unbalanced focus. Sometimes, although we were emphasizing that systems approach should be there, but still people, they may focus on one area and not on other. So if balancing is not done, unbalanced way it is done, then it is of lesser use. So that is one of the problem of human resource planning. Then employee resistance. All kind of plans, people see them with suspicion, and that's why resistance may happen, that people don't want any change in their status quo, that is the present situation. So they believe that a human resource plan will actually make changes in their present situation, and there will be upheaval in their position, and that's why they resist it. So you have to keep them into confidence while coming out with a human resource plan. Then the last problem is the inefficient information system. Planning, the basis of planning, good planning is information system, but if there is inefficiency in your information system or inaccuracy is there, it will again have a negative impact on human resource plans also. So that is again a problem area, because it cannot be a cent% accurate. So these are the problems of human resource planning. Okay, so what is the solution then? The guidelines for effective human resource planning. The first one is it should be tailor made. You cannot just take up a human resource plan of another organization, because their conditions might be very different from your conditions. So the human resource plan should be tailor made to the requirements of one organization. Then balance focus. We have discussed that unbalanced focus masks the human resource plan. So you have to play a balancing role. You have to consider each and every aspect important, each and every department important, and in a balanced way you have to make a plan. Then appropriate time horizon. So you should be very clear for whether it is quarterly or half yearly, yearly, annual, or for 5 years, what type of plans you are creating, or is it that you are designing plans for different time horizons. So you should be very clear about that, because the information required for different types of plan will be different. Then adequate organization structure should be there. The structure should facilitate human resource planning. Then top management support. As I told you, that if top management doesn't feel that human resource planning is important for the organization, then it is of no use, because it can't be implemented. So their support has to be gained by the human resource planner. Then participation of employees. To deal with the employee resistance, what you can do is you can make them a party to the planning process. So if they participate in the human resource planning process, then they will be more confident that this is catering to the needs of the employees as well, and that's why there will be lesser resistance and more acceptance. And finally, the information system. The information system should be versatile, and it should be proper in the organization, so that the information available should be as far as possible accurate, because the human resource plans depend upon the success of human resource plan depend upon the accuracy of the information on the basis of which they are designed. So these are the guidelines. If they follow, then a human resource plan can be successful. To summarize this lecture, we can say that human resource planning is undertaken at the national level, sectoral level, industry level, and unit level. Human resource planning faces problems like inaccuracy, time consuming, expensive, lack of top management support, and uncertainties. In order to make a successful human resource plan, management should ensure that it is tailor made with a balanced focus for an appropriate time horizon, with top management support and participation of employees. You can refer to the books by Aswar Thapa and C.B. Gupta. Thank you. This was Module 4, Lecture 3.